Everything you know about the Bible is wrong. Episode 1. Two Jacobs. Hello, and welcome to Why Everything You Know About the Bible is Wrong. In this series of videos, I will explore a new and very human perspective about the Bible. In the first episode, I want to read with you two very different series of stories about Jacob the patriarch, both appearing in the book of Genesis, one after the other. New chapters in this series will appear about once a month. In the next chapters, I will explain why I chose to start with these two series of stories about Jacob, so stay tuned. By the way, sorry for holding my notes like this. Maybe one day I'll learn it all by heart or get a prompter. The first series of stories appears in Genesis 25:19 to Genesis 28:9, and it does not portray Jacob in a very flattering light. The second series of stories starts at Genesis 28:10 and goes on for a while, but today I want to talk about it up to Genesis 29:11. So, let's start with the first series. It has 4 stories in it. Here is the gist. Story number 1, Rebekah's pregnancy. There are 2 twins in Rebekah's tummy. The 2 twins, Jacob and Esau, struggled in Rebekah's womb. Esau came out first. Jacob came next, holding Esau's heel. I would say Jacob loses this first match. He does not have the birthright. Story number 2, the selling of the birthright. Jacob buys Esau's birthright for his 2. I would say Jacob wins this one by being sneaky. 3, the stealing of the blessing. Isaac wants to bless Esau. Isaac is Jacob and Esau's father. Wants to bless Esau, so he tells him to go hunt. Following Rebekah's advice, Jacob dresses up as Esau and steals the blessing. Esau is very upset. I would say Jacob wins this one by being sneaky and by listening to his mother. 4, Esau wants to kill Jacob. Well, he does. Rebekah hears this and makes sure Jacob runs away with Isaac's permission and blessing. I would say Esau wins this one, but hey, Jacob is still alive. To sum up the first series of stories, it all happens at home. We have a family of 2 parents and 2 siblings. The stories are about sibling rivalry. The sibling rivalry is really about 2 nations, Israel and Edom. Israel being Jacob and Edom being Esau. Edom is in the southeast of Israel, in the south of modern-day Jordan. 4, Jacob comes out as a sneaky person and a mama's boy, with hardly any initiative of his own. Now let's go on to the second series of stories, which I want to divide up to 3 stories. Story number 1, Jacob's dream. Jacob leaves his home in southern Israel of his own initiative and goes to a place where he falls asleep. He dreams of angels and God talks to him directly. Story number 2. Jacob dedicates the temple. So after the dream, Jacob starts the temple in Bethel, which is the place where he fell asleep. The place where he dreamt of the angels, and names the place House of God, Bethel. He makes a vow to God. Story number 3. Jacob meets Rachel at the well. Jacob finds out about his relatives in Haran, when Rachel appears at the well. Jacob rolls away the big stone covering the well, waters Rachel's flock, and kisses her and weeps. To sum up the second series of stories, Jacob is on his own and acts throughout on his own initiative. At the end of this series of stories, he will meet his distant family, but there too he is by himself. Jacob is a physically powerful man here, setting out and completing a very long journey with no trouble and lifting 2 very heavy stones, both at the well and at the temple. 3. The second series of stories end in Haran, which is in modern-day Syria, to the northeast of Israel. As we can see, there are really 2 very different Jacobs in this 2 different series of stories. In the next episodes, we will discuss why there are such 2 different Jacobs and how this tells us something significant about the whole Bible. Stay tuned.